I had a dream a couple years past. Hold on, give me 1 second. What's up?
Can I come outside with you? Because Mommy says yes.
Mommy says yes. Okay, just give me a couple of minutes. Okay, I'm gonna do something real quick, and then you can come back outside with me, okay?
Okay.
I'll play with you.
What are you doing?
I'm making a video.
Oh, can I make a video with you?
No, not yet. Maybe one of these days. I just don't want to show you on camera in front of two random people, okay? Is that okay? Can you go inside for a little bit? I'll go inside and then we can... But you know what? I'll go take you and we can go get one of those sandwiches, yeah? The ones that you like?
Yeah.
Okay, but go inside, and when I go inside, I'll let you know, okay?
Okay.
Okay, love you. So I had a dream. It was probably a couple years in the past, where God was showing me a vision in the dream. And in the vision, it appeared to me that there was a large, huge, expansive piece of land, like beautiful green grass, and I was floating over the land. And on the land there was a bunch of monuments, old, like ancient statues and monuments, and yeah, they just look like a bunch of old ancient monuments to God. And he was showing me all the ruins of it. And then the dream fades to black, and then I could see nothing but emptiness. And then inside the emptiness there was a bunch of flashes of books and more statues, and a bunch, like a shit ton, like I couldn't process it. And there was a bunch of different languages and symbols and a bunch of different books. And in the dream I instantly knew, like a not telekinesis, like, what is it called, when you can read people's minds. So I instantly knew what God was showing me was he was showing me all the history of Bibles and monuments to God, like fast, like a download. And then at the end of the dream, God tells me, he says, and yet none of this can grasp what I am. Even history that is not recorded, like he was showing me things that aren't even written in books. Like he's like, we've been here for a long time, longer than we know. And he said, and throughout history, everyone has been trying to understand what I am. And he said, nothing can touch it. Like nothing can touch what I am. Like God is like air. You can't grab it. So, and I've had that feeling ever since I was very young, and I've been seeking that, which now I know that I've been seeking God, or seeking to know myself, or to be closer with my heart. I don't know, I have all these words for it, but just like God told me, he's like, there are no words for it, because God is beyond this realm. Right? He it's not even that God's a he, right? But that's just the way that I feel like I express it. It's like God lives through this world. I think it says somewhere in the Bible too, like he lives in it, like above it, and all around it, or something like that. Like basically he's everywhere, right? But he's not of this world. He's the creator of this world. But and also, it's like God created this realm to experience, and I don't think we could ever fully understand why God's doing this, because it's not something that we can grasp either. It's like we're some kind of extension of God, and God lives through us, so he feels everything through our body. He knows everything we know, experiences all the pains that we go through. So God's with us throughout the whole process, never separate. Because I remember when I was younger, I used to question that. I used to argue with my mom about it, because my mom, she's very religious, and I went through a phase where I completely was like disconnecting myself from the idea that there was a God, So I used to argue with her about it. And that's one of the things that bothered me the most, is that God would allow a lot of suffering in this world. But as I got older, did some psychedelics, which I think had a big reason why I came back to God, is because I started to realize that I didn't know shit. It reset my brain, made me realize that, oh fuck, like I'm lying to myself. I don't know shit. And I realized that God is actually experiencing all the pain and suffering that we're seeing in the world. But the thing is, it's like there's two different perspectives. It's like there's the perspective through God's eyes, like I guess you could say that's like your higher self or whatever. And then there's the limited perspective, which is also God, but it's God limited, like through our body. So it's like a filter. It's like God's consciousness comes from above, you could say, goes into the body, it gets filtered and muddied and everything, and then we have this experience where we think we're limited. It's like our brains filter it down to something that it's not. It isn't truly. It is a creation of God, but it's not the actual true nature of God, which I believe is something equal to like love and light and truth, like things that I guess for me now I feel is good, but again, there's no words for it. And you've probably heard people say it before. It's like the only thing you can do is point at it. You can never truly grab it. The only thing you can do is experience it, or try to become one with God. But even if you become one with God, there's nothing you could say to explain it. And I think also this journey that all of us are trying to do, especially with semen retention, or trying to become more disciplined with our lives, I think that's what we're trying to do, is like we're just trying to get closer to God, because God's true nature is not limited to this world. God's true nature is unlimited. It's like full of love and life, and like it's not this, like not what we experience through our ego. And I feel like our ego is more like, it's like our brain or our body. It's this it's just this movie or something that we've created. It's all just an experience. And all this, like, so like when we go through, semen retention, which can be very uncomfortable and painful sometimes, or any kind of discipline, it's like we're trying to overcome this illusion, and so we can realize our true nature, which is oneness with God, oneness with all things. And it sounds crazy kind of, but and the thing is, like, I feel like a lot of people have experienced it, at least once in their life. I know I have more than once experienced that complete oneness. And I've heard other so-called enlightened beings, enlightened gurus, because I've heard some of them say that, once you've become enlightened, you can't go back. But I don't think that's true. I think the body is very, like, it's very tricky. It's very clever. So even when you think you've become enlightened, or whatever you want to call it, like just becoming one with God again, or realizing your true nature, your mind will try to grab it and make it and turn it into something else. I don't know. But we got to be careful with that. But I do believe that following the path of semen retention is one of the most powerful ways to start to have this realization. And even when you do, I don't think it doesn't look like what my mind tells me it is, because my mind tries to play these tricks on me and tells me that once you found it, yeah, like you're done, game over, like, you know, everything's gonna be effortless. You're gonna live in an infinite state of bliss. And I don't know if that's really what it is. Maybe. But if I'm trying to like pursue that, I don't think I'm ever gonna reach it. I need to let go of all ideas of what I think that would be like, or once I've figured it out, or yeah, I just need to let go. I need to. It's such a like a contradiction, because in order to reach that state, it's like you have to try so hard but also let go at the same time. What is that? What the fuck is that shit? How do you do that? But either way, I'm grateful for everything in my life right now. Sometimes I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And thank God, right? That we don't have to be perfect. Fuck that. Fuck being perfect, man. I'm all sweaty. I went to the beach yesterday. Damn, this video is kind of long. But yeah, it was a beautiful day. Got some sand in my feet. Got a little bit of a sunburn on my face. Beautiful. And God bless, brothers. God bless.